Welcome back, everybody, to another short video of what's going on. I am your host, Jacob Carlson, and today in this short video, we're going to be talking, of course, about National Geographic. Why in this particular case? Well, first off, back in 2020, when the pandemic just started, my dad surprised me with a magazine subscription to National Geographic, and I've been reading their magazines ever since. And I regret not reading Nat Geo earlier in life because for someone who has always enjoyed reading nonfiction material ever since going to the elementary school library, I regret not reading Nat Geo earlier in my life, but I don't regret knowing it now. So, what I know of National Geographic since discovering it in my life, what I know is that it was founded back in 1888 as the National Geographic Society, and many of their interests included a study of world culture and history, and so that's a good subject for me to learn. I want to learn about the world. I want to learn about history. They also learn about both environmental and historical conservation, being able to preserve and save the environment every chance they get, but also pieces of history that could be lost forever if we don't preserve them, if we don't conserve our history and teach it properly. Because all sides, all perspectives, no matter who you are. So there's a lot of history that I still haven't learned. So even though I'm still out of school, I still want to learn natural science, geography, archaeology, and natural science. That there's just so much that they're interested in right here, and that pretty much has summed up their long-standing goal ever since 1888. National Geographic has been on a mission to educate the masses of people, both here in the United States and, of course, eventually around the world, in and how the world works, who its people are, and, of course, filming wildlife, discovering and exploring different cultures, investigating things that should be investigated, that should be brought out into the open. And, of course, just recently, they had a documentary series about UFOs, and they destigmatized it by talking about it, by having a series about it. So, and I really appreciate that. As I've previously said in my UFOs video, that's what I'm interested in, and I'm glad Nat Geo covered it the way they did. Also, when it's not the magazine, I'm also enjoying their television shows that they've had over the past couple of years. I've been watching a handful of their shows that they had called Drain the Oceans, where they use 3D mapping technology to map the sea floor. And of course, as the name implies, they don't actually drain the oceans. They use CGI and 3D mapping to map out potential shipwrecks and find some sunken treasures along the way. And that's what they do on that show. Life Below Zero, and of course, Port Protection Alaska, Lost Treasures of Ancient Egypt, and Wicked Tuna. They go out there and they go fishing for some big tuna. I've seen some big ones on that show. I don't know how they do it, but they do it. There's different walks of life, there's different lifestyles out there, and that's what they do best. Running Wild with Bear Grylls, he does what he does best, explores the wilds, and of course, there's a show, Running Wild, where he takes a Hollywood celebrity and just takes them on a journey along with them, and that's what I like about it as well. Also, the 80s, 90s, and 2000s were three documentary shows narrated by Rob Lowe that I really did learn a lot from, because I'm a big fan of contemporary history, learning a lot about current events of the last 40 to 50 years. I'm a big fan of that too. And I have National Geographic to thank for that, because they were there for me when nothing else was. Nothing else was. So when you want to learn about the world and you want to educate yourself on all kinds of subject matter that frankly you didn't learn a lot about in school, and me and my mother would agree with this, would agree with me when I say we didn't learn everything we needed to know in school. but I'm still glad that I was able to learn about things. I'm still learning about the Second World War to this very day, and there's just so much more to it that I'm still learning about every single day. They say you learn something new every day. Well, there you go. And so that's it. I highly recommend National Geographic if you haven't already read and watched any of their stuff recently. So, if you're a big fan of National Geographic, what it means to you, please let me know down in the comments below. Anything you learned from it that you didn't know before, I would love to hear more about it. And with that being said, that is the end of this video. My name, of course, is Jacob Carlson. This has been a history update to what's going on. And as always, I would ask you to please like the video, comment something you like or don't like. Let me know what you think about National Geographic, what you think about it. Is it good for you? Is it bad? Let me know. And press the red subscribe button down below so that you don't miss another video that I upload. And with all that being said, I will see you in the next couple of videos. Take care now. Bye-bye.